My name is Femi Adedoyin. I'm a family life coach and a stress recovery therapist, and this is Life Affairs series. And today, I'll be featuring my first guest on this series. You know, you have been enjoying us. For those that have been viewing us in the past, you have been enjoying the series. We have been appreciating your feedback, your suggestion, and your comments so far. But today, I'll be featuring somebody on this series. We'll be discussing something very, very important, something very key, and something that has been neglected in this century. And I'm bringing somebody that has developed himself so well in that particular area, and he will be my first guest on Life Affairs series. His name is Godstime Eluma. He's a parenting and teen coach. He's a good friend and a brother, and you should be able to learn one or two things from the series. I think so. Yeah, I know so. Yeah. Thank you. Welcome, Godstime.
Okay. My name is Godstime Eluma. I'm a parenting and teen development coach. Basically, what I do is I equip parents with requisite skills, strategies, and information that they need to be able to parent effectively in the 21st century. That's basically what I do. Okay, 21st century parenting. Okay, let me begin by saying this. You see, we live in an era where there is so much craze about having flamboyant weddings. People want to blow people's minds. People want to do things that are out of this worldly. And you see, they end up preparing for a day event, and nobody places emphasis on what's going to happen after the day's event. Now you see, the fact that you get married to someone doesn't make you a parent. Parenting is an intentional journey. It's an experience that you have to be deliberate about. It's an experience that you have to be very, very strategic about. So before you make plans for your wedding, you should have started making plans for parenting. Because the truth is, as soon as you get married, there is every tendency, there is every possibility that the kids can start coming in as soon as possible. Now you have to be equipped with the requisite information. You have to be equipped with the requisite skills and strategies that you need to raise up these kids. Now you have to understand that these kids, they don't just come. Their coming has to be deliberate. Their coming has to be intentional. And so if their coming is deliberate and intentional, then your plans for them also has to be deliberate and intentional. So it doesn't seem like they just come around to fill up the space here. No, they come because there is something that they need to be doing here. And you as a parent is supposed to be a guide to put them on the line of what they are supposed to be doing with their lives while they are here on earth. In order to parent effectively in the 21st century, we have to change the status quo. Now, prior to this time, it has always been a pattern. What we see in parenting is a pattern, a situation where you tend to raise your kids the same way your parents raised you. Your parents raised you the same way their own parents raised them. So we see a pattern. But we have to understand that we cannot keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. It's not possible. That's the definition for insanity. Now we see we live in the 21st century in a fast-paced world, in a world that information flies per millisecond. Now, and in this 21st century, the kind of kids we have, they are so enlightened. The 21st century kid is so enlightened. They are exposed to so much information at the click of their fingers. And so as a parent, you have to be equipped. You have to be equipped. Now, how do you get equipped? I don't see anything wrong with parents signing up for parenting classes. You need to attend parenting classes. You need to join parenting communities so that you can rub minds with like-minded parents and share ideas on what is working, on what is not working, on how to improve on what is working. You learn from their experiences, they learn from your experiences, you grow as a community. There is nothing wrong in you attending seminars as a parent. It is really, really, really sad that some parents in this our time, they seem to feel like, okay, fine, what's there about parenting? I just do it the way I can, do it to the best of my ability, and so they end up acting ignorantly. Yes, they end up acting ignorantly. But in this century that we are in, ignorance is not an excuse. You cannot use ignorance as an excuse. So you have to get empowered. You have to get empowered. Get a parenting coach. Sign up for parenting classes, attend parenting clinics, and join a community of like-minded parents so you can harmonize. You can harmonize, because the truth is, the parenting journey is not one that you can go alone. It's not one you can go alone. I was discussing with some parents back, and I told them, I said, see, you have to get to the point where you see parenting as beyond just your own children. You have to start paying attention to the next neighbor's child, because if you are able to raise your own children properly and your neighbor doesn't do the same work, you see that when your children go out there, your neighbor is going to destroy all the years of labor that you have put in. So you have to keep an eye on the next person's child. Your neighbor's child is also your child. So as you're raising your kids with the knowledge that you have, it is not out of place to also keep an eye on your neighbor's kids, because you don't want them to do damage to all the work that you've been doing. In the parenting journey, one skill that is very, very important, that is requisite, is communication. You have to communicate. And you cannot know your child if you don't communicate with your child. So you see that the place of communication cannot be neglected. You have to be your child's best friend. You have to speak your child's language. Now you see, every person has a language. We have what we call love language. We all have love languages, ways we love to, we like love to be expressed to us. Now you have to understand how your child wants love to be communicated to him or her. Once you come to that point, it is easier for you to communicate effectively with that child. Until you get to that point, talking to that child is going to be a serious challenge, because you see, you don't want a situation where your child thinks that you are way far above their level. You have to come to the point where you communicate at their terms, at their level. You have to speak their language. While there are rules to parenting, the key is you have to understand what works for you. You have to understand what works for you. There are rules to parenting, I say that again, but you have to understand what works for you. Because people are different. Yes, child A and child B, even children who are born same day, they are different. They are going to react differently. They are going to respond differently to issues. So what works for one might not work for another. What is there is, if you join a community of parents, when they share their experiences, what you do is, if somebody shares an experience that you feel it's worthwhile, something that you feel you want to make use of, you pick it and try it. If it works for you, fine. If it doesn't work for you, look for a way to improve on that particular idea that you picked from there. Now in the parenting community, it's not like you are being forced. You are being forced to, okay, do this, do that. What happens in the parenting community is, you come with your particular challenge. I come with my particular challenge. Then we share ideas on how we feel we can do this. For example, I might have a challenge that you might have had previously, and you were able to find a way around it. Now, if I come and share it in the community, you see that you will be glad to hear something like that, because that is something that you are looking forward to. You see, so what we do in the community is not to impose ideas. No. We want to help each other grow, because we feel parenting, it's easier when we work as a community. In order to join the community, what you basically do is, if you get on Google and just type parenting forums, parenting groups, you'll see results come out there. Just click on any one of them and check on the series of conversations going on there. And if you see anyone that interests you, you just sign up with them and you're good to go. If you want to join any of my parenting classes, if you need to reach me, you can reach me via my social media handles being scrolled on the screen right now. You can reach me on Facebook. You can reach me on Twitter. You can reach me via WhatsApp, and I will be glad to be of help to you.
All right. I trust you had a great time with Godstime Eluma. This is Life Affair series, and we are determined to help you become better in whatever you're doing. We want your family to become the best families in the world, because when all families are good, the world is good. When all families are transformed, the world is transformed. Thank you very much for listening, and for everybody that have been giving us feedback on social media, please keep them coming. Suggest what you want us to talk about on this series, and we'll oblige you. Again, my name is Femi Adedoyin, and you really matter to me. And like I always say, it's a great privilege to have met you through this platform. Stay purified.